Hey guys, so today I'll be changing out the strings on my Gretsch White Penguin Parlor acoustic guitar and also adding a new pickup system to it. So the reason I need a new pickup system, I have to explain this. So 2 years ago, I wanted to upgrade this guitar. I was upgrading all my guitars at the time. I was just adding new electronics and then basically just changing out some parts on it, like tuners and everything, nuts and saddles. So for this one, I wanted to change out the nut. So I added a Graphtec Tusk nut to it, and then the saddle, I added a Graphtec Tusk saddle to it. But I made a mistake when I changed out the saddle. So when I replaced the saddle on this, I accidentally ripped out the old piezo pickup on it. So there was a piezo acoustic electric pickup here, and that was for the Fishman. This is for the Fishman preamp. And you can see there's an output jack here. So this guitar originally was an acoustic electric, and it had a piezo under saddle pickup, and I accidentally ripped it out when I was changing out the saddles. So right now this guitar is only an acoustic. So if you try to plug anything in, it doesn't work because I ripped out the piezo pickup by accident. And I mean, I could take this to a luthier and get another under saddle piezo pickup system installed, but I think an easier way for me is just to use this is a magnetic pickup that was sold to me. I bought this from GFS. GFS is a low-cost guitar equipment store. They sell like very cheap parts, pretty good quality actually. So cheap doesn't mean it's bad quality, it just means affordable. So yeah, when I was upgrading my Squire electric guitar, I bought all the pickups from GFS, and yeah, they were cheap, like 40 bucks each. It's pretty cheap for guitar pickup. This acoustic pickup though, it's 22 bucks or something like that, super cheap. So this is a super cheap acoustic guitar pickup, and that's all I really want. I want to have a acoustic pickup in this guitar again, right? I don't want to pay a whole lot of money for it. I mean, Fishman, a whole bunch of different companies like Seymour Duncan, they all make different pickups and stuff. But for me, I just want to have a acoustic electric again. So I'm not going to spend too much money. So yeah, for this guitar, I'm just going to add in a pickup system again since I unfortunately ripped out the old one. So yeah, this one I bought from GFS for just $22 US. It's very cheap. And then all I have to do is just plug it into this output jack that I also bought from GFS, and then plug in my cable to it, and yeah, and then it should work, right? So yeah, I'm gonna install that, and then I have to remove the strings anyways to install the pickup system since it mounts on the sound hole here. So might as well swap out the strings. I got some Ernie Ball Earthwood phosphor bronze strings I'm gonna install in here as well. So yeah, and then these are Graphtec Tusk bridge pins that I also got as well. So let's do it. All right, let's install this pickup system here. This sound hole is actually particularly small since this is a Parlor guitar, so I have to be really careful about where I put this one. I think I can mount right here. Of course, under the saddle is gonna be it's gonna look better. That's why when you buy these guitars, they come with an under saddle. They come with the under the saddle bridge pickup. It's because they look better and they're out of the way, so you don't actually know that there's a pickup there. But yeah, this is the quick and cheap and easy way of doing it. Is just to install a pickup right into the sound hole here. But then it looks kind of ugly. Like I have to have this wire kind of dangling out, but in order to get this into an acoustic electric the quick and dirty way, this is how I have to do it. Doesn't look the best, but it was 22 bucks, quick way of fixing the issue of making my guitar an acoustic electric. Alright, so you guys can see the sound hole mounted pickup system is installed now. Like I said, it doesn't look very good. There's a wire kind of dangling out. I can try to hide it in here, I guess, or something, but Doesn't look great, but it's a quick and easy, affordable, dirty way of doing it. Yeah, I could pay a luthier to, like, you know, professionally install another under the saddle bridge pickup system again, another piezo pickup under here, but it's gonna cost a lot more money. This is yeah, cheap way I can just do it myself. Very easy to do too, but it just doesn't look good. All right, put the strings on now. Okay, got box of bronze here. Okay. Roding ball. I'm not the biggest fan of roding ball. I think I usually use elixirs. Yeah, elixirs are the strings I usually use, but I think for this I got, you know, they were easier for me to get here. So roding balls are cheaper and easier for me to get here. Yeah, most of the time when I buy electric guitar strings, actually I usually buy elixir, but for acoustic, I think sometimes I go with Martins as well. Sometimes I go with Martin strings for acoustics. The Lifespan, was it Lifespan 2.0 strings that Martin has? It's either those or acoustic elixirs as well. Okay, I think that's it. The strings changed and the pickup added. Alright, so you can see acoustically, right, playing this unplugged. Should work. Unplugged. Alright, so there is a problem here. The problem is that the pick guard here, unfortunately, raises this pickup up too much to the point where if I press down on the top E string here, it's too close to the pickups, and therefore the top E string is basically unplayable past the 6th fret because yeah, this pick guard here is gonna raise this pickup too much. So I actually need to get rid of this pick guard, unfortunately. Even though it's, you know, this is the thing that tells people it's the white penguin, and it's a Gretsch white penguin, but I have to get rid of it because it's gonna raise this pickup too much, and it prevents me from playing my top E string because of that. So I unfortunately have to get rid of this pick guard. Yeah, I know this pick guard looks really good and tells people I'm playing the white penguin, but yeah, it really is getting in the way here. Have to get rid of it. Yeah, there we go. All right, so there. Now it's possible. I mean, I don't want to get rid of the pick guard, but I have to, right? Otherwise, I won't be able to play my top E string with the pickup mount. So that's what I have to do. Alright, so unfortunately I had to remove the pick guard, but I think now it should be a lot more playable. So let's try. So unfortunately guys, I can't get this pickup working in this guitar. I don't know, just something about this bar magnet, like the width is not wide enough. It's like the entire width of this pickup here is not like conducting any signals. I'm not sure how to better explain it. It's just like this middle part of this pickup is doing fine, but then the outer part of this pickup is, the magnetic field is very weak or something. It doesn't really pick up all of my E string, like my high E string, my low E string very well. So it's like, it's got a very narrow space where I can actually pick up any like signals. So yeah, even if I try to orient it this way, I'm trying to orient it this way in order to get like better coverage of my strings, but it still doesn't work very well. Like the E strings are very weak compared to the strings in the middle here. So I don't know, just like the magnetic field of this pickup seems to be very like, yeah, it's small. I don't know like why. Like GFS should have been making this pickup in order to, like, I thought this entire area would be, you know, a magnetic field, but it looks like that's not the case. So it looks like this pickup is actually kind of, unfortunately, kind of useless to me, since it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't really work. Unfortunately. Yeah, like I'm going to like remove it. Just have to replace it with a different pickup, I guess. Yeah, so this pickup doesn't really work. Like the bar magnet down here is just, the magnetic field is not strong enough to cover the entire range here. So I'm gonna get another pickup here. So this is the Seymour Duncan Woody SC. This pickup costs about $60 US, I think. It's a little bit more here in Canada. It's about $70 US. But yeah, this one should be about the same thing. Like it just clamps onto a sound hole, and see if this pickup works better. So this is designed specifically for steel string acoustic guitars. Is a affordable single coil sound pickup that combines the acoustic coil and very low noise operation. Yeah, let's try this. It's dual potted and has a studio quality 14-inch cable. Okay, that's cool. I was also thinking about getting a Fisherman pickup, but the Seymour Duncan is a lot easier to get up here. Yeah, and it's, I mean, it's not like super cheap or anything. It's not as cheap as the GFS. The GFS was dirt cheap. It was like 28 bucks. This thing, yeah, 60, 70 bucks is definitely more expensive, but hopefully it'll at least work. And that's even after I removed the pick guard here, right? I even had to remove the pick guard in order to mount this correctly, and still nothing. Okay, this definitely gives me more instructions than the GFS did. Your purchase of a Seymour Duncan Woody crafted specifically for the needs of acoustic guitarists. Okay, so I got a little like blurb here talking about the installation and the introduction. So they have a single coil, a hum canceling stack, and an XL. Okay, should be able to fit in the sound hole here. Okay. This is also a warranty. Oh, it says installation guitar is smaller with sound hole smaller than 2.8 inches. Pull out the foam on the slots. Cut each foam in half. Install the foam in the slots. Wow. Okay, so anyways, this is what the pickup looks like. The Seymour Duncan Woody. And yeah, you can try this out. It comes with a high quality 14-inch guitar cable here. So I don't even have to plug in this. I don't have to use my rattlesnake cable here. I can just use the cable that Seymour Duncan provides me. They say it's pretty high quality, so I trust them. Yeah, they say it's a high quality 14-inch. I guess you have to use their cable anyways. Oh, okay, that's actually a really long cable. Did not expect this cable to be this long. Yeah, 14 inches is quite long. Wow. Okay. Let's see if this will fit. Get rid of the foam here. Foam. I think I have to take out this foam here. Okay. Take out the foam and see if it'll fit. Like kind of. Like squeeze it in here somehow. It's like just a little bit too big. A little bit, like an inch too big or something. It says, okay, in extreme cases, the lower lip of the pickup on the treble side may be filed or sanded down for increased clearance on installation. Let's see. Okay, so the lower lip of the pickup on the treble side. So they might be sanded. I might have to sand it down. Cut out my file. Just sand this down a little bit. Alright, holy crap. Alright. Alright, so after I had to file like the sides of this pickup had to be filed down a little bit to fit in. Yeah, it's because my guitar is a Parlor model, so the sound hole is obviously smaller than a normal size guitar. So I had to like file some of the sides of this pickup to fit in. So I finally got it in. Now it's like moving around a bit. And according to this, what I'm supposed to do is cut out each piece of foam and reinstall the foam in the slots. And then like crazy glue them, like use crazy glue to glue them back in. But that seems to me like a lot of hard work too. I wonder if there's a better way for me to do that. Actually, it's going to be really hard to get this back out. Once this is in, I think it's pretty hard to take out. It's the way I had to file it. So anyways, I think the Seymour Duncan pickup is in here for a while. It's going to be hard to take it back out. Okay, so apparently the way is to glue parts of this foam back in or something like that. That's kind of crazy to me. This is a lot of work just for installing a pickup. A lot more work than I expected because my guitar is a special Parlor model, so it's going to take a lot more work than a regular. So first I had to file the sides of this pickup in order to fit in the sound hole. Now I got to cut the foam pieces in half and super glue them inside back into the pickup. Oh my god. Okay. Don't mess around with super glue, guys. This stuff is like, if you get super glue everywhere, it's really annoying to take off. Yeah, if you get all over my hands and stuff, it's really annoying. Anyways, yeah, I managed to get my foam, I guess, super glued back into the sides of the pickup now. Pickup cavities here. Really kind of push it in. Okay. So at least it's now like reasonably like stable, I guess. Yeah, it's in here. Alright, so now we finally changed out the pickup into the Seymour Duncan pickup. I better hope this works because the Seymour Duncan pickup is going to be really hard to take out if it doesn't work. Yeah, I don't even know how I could take it out because I super glued the sides of the foam, and yeah, I had to like really like kind of shove it in here. So anyways, yeah, let's try it acoustically and then electrically. Alright, let's try this guitar acoustically now. Let's hope this pickup cable doesn't get in the way. Alright, now let's try the electric part. Let's check out the Seymour Duncan Woody single coil. Alright, and plug it into this is my portable guitar amp, the Positive Good Spark Mini. I'm going to plug it in here. And check it out here. Okay. Let's try the normal tone here. I see, this is kind of a low output pickup. So this is the lowest output on the amp. Barely sounds like it's amplified. I wouldn't even know it's amplified unless I turn up the volume here. It's very low output here. Setting it barely hears. It doesn't sound too different from actually the acoustic sound, the unplugged sound, I mean. Then when I turn up the gain a bit, I think you guys can hear it. working. I just need to turn up the volume more to actually hear it being like really amplified. I'm gonna turn up the gain even more now. Okay, this is a lot better than the GFS pickup. The GFS pickup wasn't even picking up all my strings. So now the Seymour Duncan Woody pickup is actually picking up all my strings equally, so that's nice. Alright, so that works. Turn up the gain even more, right? So like, it's like a rocking tone. So yeah, anyways guys, that took longer than I expected. Honestly, that was more difficult than I expected, but I ended up installing an acoustic electric guitar pickup, the Seymour Duncan Woody. Originally I wanted to install the GFS, but it didn't turn out to be the best option. Didn't really work well. But yeah, the Seymour Duncan Woody, now it's, I guess, semi-permanently in here. It's gonna be pretty hard to remove it. But I think it works, so yeah. Took a while. I had to sand it down, had to cut the foam and kind of crazy glue it back in, and yeah, anyways. Now at least I have I had to remove the pickguard too, unfortunately. But that's what I had to do in order to get this guitar electrified again. So yeah, I know it's my fault. I kind of accidentally ripped out the piezo pickup before. So this is what I have to do in order to get this guitar electrified again. Yeah, I have to fit this pickup in here, and then yeah, the pickguard is removed. But at least now I can connect it to an amp. So yeah, now if I want to use this amp, I can. So yeah. So you guys hear that, right? Not bad. Nice. Alright guys, that's it. My Gretsch white Parlor. A Parlor guitar is very hard to actually install a electric pickup onto, but I did it. So, that's it guys. As always, thanks for watching.